All right, Arnie. Here's the problem I'm having. I'm not understanding where you're getting up with this. Arnie, I know you come from lily white America. And it's like a suburban kind of a thing. And you people are rich enough, it's like in the old days, in the really old days, when there was Incans and, Mayans, Egyptians. They were subdividing the labor at the beginning. The first time they thought, you know what, we could have artists, we could have chefs, we could have mechanics, we could have engineers, we could have laborers, we could subdivide. The first time they thought they could subdivide, they came up with this. But no one's thinking that, the blues players, the people who are rocking out on the blues, and no one is wondering how they got to this point. And when you subdivide, you get to this point where you're thinking that you got something working, and you can grow some corn, you can make some arrowheads, you can have some hot women. Not all the women have to go out and labor. Not all the women have to breed and make children. Some women could be sexual. Who knows? I'm not saying this is right. I don't even believe in it. I believe in monogamy. But if you were dividing everything up, and you went if you want a spacecraft, there's 130 people, there's 30 hot women. You might say the 30 hot women, hey girls, stand to the side for a couple minutes because we're not sure what we're going to do with you yet. Maybe you got to clean. Maybe there's a few toilets that you clean. Or maybe, there could be a few, it might be something where we get together and have some fun. We play some cards, or we play something, Simon Says, or Follow Me, Ring Around the Rosie, something. We're gonna do with the pretty girls. But anyway, so we did have division of labor from the beginning of times. The division of labor, and there were some people that grew the maize. There's some people that made the arrowheads. There's some people that made the hatchets. There was a few people hunted and gathered. Hunter-gatherer is the best because when you get together, you got to eat. You had the people who made the fire. They were super important. The people who held the fire. People back in the old days, they didn't know how to make the fire. So, you're making the fire, and you hunter and you gather and you kill a zebra, you kill a giraffe, you kill elephant, you eat for a month. In the old days, if you ate for a month, you could not eat for 3 months. And then, the gatherers, the hunters, they go out to get the big protein, but the gatherers, they get the corns, the acorns, the protein from the nuts and the ground and the legumes and the such, and the greens. You got to eat the greens. You got to eat the greens and, carrots and wild carrots and all this crap and honey from the trees and the bees to make the nest. They make the beehive in the tree and you get the honey. So there's so many things in gathering, you gather. Get some water. Sometimes it's this simple. You get some water and a few minnows. You got a meal. You get some water and everybody take a big drink. Hey, tonight we're eating light. Everybody get a big drink and eat a minnow. Get a minnow. Get a snail. Get a salamander. Get some slime off the rock. Get a big drink. Get a big drink of fresh water and get some slime off the rock and a couple of freaking dandelions. So everybody's getting happy. But it's a hunter-gatherer, and we understand that there's a division of labor, and there's engineers. Sometimes engineers, they're making things they're so crazy. A pyramid, you make a pyramid, or you make an Eiffel Tower. Maybe you make a pyramid, maybe you make an Eiffel Tower, maybe you make a Mona Lisa. No one knows. No one knows. It's fantastic, but where it devolves, where it gets crazy, where it gets maybe too heterogeneous, where we're hunting, we're gathering, we're a little musky. Nobody developed soap yet. Who developed the soap? The perfumes, no one knows. It's showering, everybody bathed every day. Everybody bathed in the stream, wash off the stank. Wash the stank off. But, so who knows where we're going. But all of a sudden, at some point in our history, and who knows where it was made. I think it was the Dutch, because the Dutch are crazy white. If you got some black people, sometimes the black people in Africa, they're so black, you're like, holy shit, you're not black, you're blue. You're blue over here. And then you go to the other extreme, you go up there and they're white. You're white. You're like, what? You're so white, you're transparent. No, we can't see you against the sky. Up here in the north, way up high in the north, the sky's like got some clouds, or it's haze. It's heavily laden with H2O, and we can't see you. 10 feet away, I can't see you. You're so white. You're so white. You're lily white. You're not even lily white. I wish you were lily white. You're transparently white. So, you got the blacks that are so black, you're like, holy, my friend, your pores. Yeah, the only way I can recognize you is by your pores. And then you got the white people. They're so white. They're like, I can wait. I can, you didn't bathe for 3 days, so I can smell you, but I can't see you. You're so white, I can't see you. I can smell you, but I can't see you. And so these are the ones. And I'm not casting aspersions. I'm not dividing. The blacks, other people. There's other people. There's the light skinned. If you go way down south, super down south, you have the light, lighter blacks, and then you go way up north, way high up north. Eskimos are not really white. How the Eskimos get? Eskimos are kind of a brownish hue. Eskimos are a hue of brown. So come on. You got the Eskimos. You got the way down the Guatemalans and everybody in between. And you got the blacks that are so good. They're so beautiful. Black is so beautiful, and the crazier black you get, the more I'm turned on over here. But I love the blacks, and so I want the blue. I want the blue to cast off the black. I want the black to be so good it's blue, and I don't even get that. But what I'm talking about is, we're honing in, we're zeroing in, we're talking about. The whites, they're so white. They were transparent, they're so white. The blue eyes, blonde hair, who knows, a dark-haired one with dark eyes. It's a beautiful thing. If you're lily white and your skin is pale, almost pale to the point of disgust, and you got the black hair and the black eyes, it's a beautiful thing. Black eyebrows, a 5 o'clock shadow, who knows? But these white people, these really, really, really white people, they're so white it's insane. And, you have the division of labor. You have the artists, you have the Michelangelo, you got the Statue of David, you got the Eiffel Tower, you got all the great things. In America, they were building skyscrapers. And, then you come all the way down, you hone in hard on just the whiteness. And just go with the whiteness. Don't worry about nothing else but the whites. You get to a point where you have hockey, and no one is getting hockey. Hockey? You're running around in skates. Skates are like two daggers. You in the old days, they could have people who were battling, and they said, "Hey, I'm going to slice your throat open. I'm going to stab you." The Romans, they had sabers. They would stab each other in close quarters. And the hockey players, they got like two on their. They said, "Hey, I'm going to strap two of these things with my feet. I'm going to like a fucking dinosaur over here. I'm going to fucking stab you up in the, in the torso and the throat. I'm going to get you, And then they skate around. And they combine the thing of I could slice your jugular. I could give you some bad troubles. But still, I'm fluid. I'm skating like Dorothy Hamill over here. I'm doing a figure eight. I'm a fluid. I'm beautiful. I'm grandiose. You got to have the whole world watch me. I mean, when they came up with cable TV, the first thing they wanted to do was put on Olympic skaters. Dorothy Hamill, okay? You know what I'm talking about? And, some of these homosexuals that could skate really great, they got on there and they were accepted. They're beautiful. They're wonderful people, and they wear the frilly costumes, like with feathers and sequins and, skin-tight spandex and rhinestones. And these people, they're accepted, they're loved, they're cherished, they're extolled, they're celebrated worldwide, And so you got the daggers, you're strapped to your feet, you're skating around. You get the colors, the colors back in the day, the blues, and, I can't remember, the Crips were the blues, the Bloods were the Reds, the handkerchiefs, Now we're like, you got your home whites, you got your road colors, your home were whites, and then they flipped it. In the old days, they had your homes were whites, so the foreigners, when you traveled, they could see your colors, and now you got the colors at home because everyone knows who you are. Now everyone knows who you are. Now you got the colors at home, and your travels are the whites. This is hockey. You got the white uniforms, travel, and the homes are the blues. The New York Rangers. I love the New York Rangers. But anyways, and you got the Boston Bruins. Fuck the Boston Bruins. Fuck the Philadelphia Flyers. Fuck them. Fuck the Pittsburgh Pirates. I hate them. I hate their guts. And you know what, Calgary? I love you, Calgary. We beat you, Calgary. I love you. And, Calgary was kind of like Boston Bruins a little bit in the day, black and gold. I remember Calgary was whatever. Edmonton Oilers, New York Islanders, they're the best of the best who ever lived. Islanders, Edmonton Oilers, and the Montreal Canadiens. Go back to the red, the Habs, the Maple Leaf. I love the Canadiens. And you had the Toronto Maple Leafs. They were trying to go up there, and Lanny McDowell, I think he was Calgary. Lanny McDowell, I don't know who won. Sometime the Toronto beat the Canadiens, and then then no one knows. The Canadiens, they can't even freaking keep it up. The Canadiens were the shit. Canadiens were everything. Canadiens were the real Canadiens. They were Calgary. They were Edmonton. They were Toronto Maple Leafs, and now they're nothing. They never win. Nobody ever there wins. How the hell can they invent the game? They do everything. They invent the game. They prosper the game. They make the game. Everybody in the American League was a Canadian, and now today they cannot win nothing except for Sidney Crosby won a gold medal. So I love Sidney Crosby. I hate him. I hate his guts because he's Pittsburgh Pirates. I hate the Pittsburgh Pirates. I hate Mario Lemieux. I don't even know. Yeah, Andre Lager, Igor Lager, whatever his name was. I don't even know. Igmar, somebody knows. I don't have any clue. But the hockey, they put the sabers on the feet, they skated around, and then you know what they did? They took a stick. Take a stick, like I'm gonna fuck you up with a fucking stick. I'm gonna bash your fucking brains in. And hey, guess what? It's legal. I'm chasing this little thing over here. No, in the sidebar, I'm crushing you. I'm beating you. I'm bashing your brains out. I'm whatever. And I'm gonna bust you up. It's a little shot, little quick thing. It's like boxing and wrestling, but a little thing with a stick, a piece of maple hard wood, cured wood, and you're busting it up like a caveman, like somebody from a Neanderthal days. You're busting somebody up. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. So you got the sabers on the feet, you got the stick, the weapon. It's a good weapon. If there was like a samurai that could take a hockey stick, they could kill 10 samurais. Nunchucks or throwing stars. You get a fucking hockey stick, you're gonna kill somebody. Get a hockey stick and a couple frozen pucks, you're gonna kill 5 times. 10, 15 samurai. No one knows. No one is even worrying about it. Listen, Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee. Guess what? I get 10 Bruce Lees in a room with Bobby Orr, and you give Bobby Orr 5 frozen pucks. 5 frozen pucks, a good hockey stick, and his skates. He's going to destroy them. He's going to kill them out. He's going to destroy them. So there's something equal from the other races, but the white race, the hardcore lily white race, the transparently weird lily white race. These people that did hockey. Everybody's wondering, is hockey equal to Bon Jovi? Is Bon Jovi equal to hockey? No one knows. Is Einstein equal to hockey? Is sometimes, cigars, oppression? Is maybe oppression part of it? Is oppression, you got to weather the storm. And that's the good thing about hockey. Everybody's like, I got no teeth. In the old days, they played goalies they blasted like a missile into your face. And you're like, if you couldn't stand up, you couldn't do it. You're like, hey, pussy, what the F here? You can't do this? You can't stand up to a blasting, frozen hockey puck. A baseball beamed at your head is nothing like a frozen hockey puck slapped at 110 miles an hour, blasting into your face. It shatters your teeth, your jaw, everything. And you know what? Get up and fight. Get up and go on. Get up and play. Get up and go on. Hey, this is the first period. We got 2 periods left to go. And your teeth, scrape the teeth to the back of the neck. No one cares. Your blood, good. Make a little crease. It helps accentuate the crease. No one cares. No one's wondering. No one's bothered by it. Get in there. You got some pads on your feet. You get pads on your legs to make you stop the puck better. Your head, no one gives a fuck if your head is protected. Your teeth. Horses have teeth. Humans don't need teeth. You can gum. You can drink. You can mow. You can masticate. You can get it down. You don't need teeth. We give you money. You don't need teeth. Teeth. No one needs teeth. Your teeth are a long gone thing. By the time you're 19 in hockey, you have no teeth. And you know what? They came out with dental procedures, and they came out with, dentistry, and they came out with helping people have teeth. No one needs teeth. No one needs teeth. This is how good it is. You don't need eye-ups. You don't need teeth. You don't need a nose. We can cut the nose off. You can breathe through the hole in your head. If we have to, we cut the slit in your throat, and you get a tube. You get a tube, and you can breathe through the tube, and you can mow down or suck on some apples. But you get in there and play goalie. You play goalie without a mask. In the old days, up until like the 50s, 55, 58, 59, they'd have no masks. And if you played with a mask, you were considered a pussy. back in the old days in hockey, if you had a helmet, Nicky Fotiu didn't play with a helmet. From the New York Rangers, Nicky Fotiu didn't play with a helmet. Never had a helmet. Has flowing brunette hair. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful, flowing hair, and he fought. He fought like a friggin' phenom. He fought like a monster. He rocked it up. So, it sucks. It sucks. It sucks to have to be a barbarianish, clannish, if that's your claim to fame. But, still, I love hockey. I love hockey. I love hockey. I love hockey. Who cares? I love hockey. I love boxing. I love hockey. I love football. I love MMA. I love hockey. Hockey? You know what? This is what my daddy told me. You know what? This is what my daddy told me at the dinner table one night. He said, hey, son, you can't play hockey. You got a haircut like a hockey helmet, but you can't play hockey? You live in Pennsylvania. There's not enough ice. They're not going to play no hockey. You can't skate long enough. No, you have to skate backwards. You got to skate like a ballerina. You're not playing hockey. But we were tough enough to play hockey. But we weren't skilled enough. We were those kind of people that were tough enough, but we weren't skilled enough. And, whatever. So we became coal miners. We became, laborers. We became douchebags. We became drug runners. We became, whatever. Mafioso. If we could have played hockey, we would have been better off. Hockey would have been good for us. I wish we all would have played hockey. I wish we all could have got a hardened maple staff with some kind of curvature at the end to, blast people, bust people, fuck people up. Sabers on your feet. Sabers strapped to your feet. Honed with a spinning rock. It is what it is. And frozen. You take a puck. It's like take a horse's hoof and chop take a center cut of a horse's hoof. It's like, it's 3-4 inches across, and it's like half an inch thick, and then you freeze it. Just, who thought of this? Who thought of it? People on the ice people thought of it. The ice people, they're like, hey, son, that's vicious. You got a hockey puck? What are you going to do with the hockey puck? They're going to play hockey. They're going to slap it around. You get some protection? No. If you care about your teeth, you don't get no protection. When you want teeth? Who wants teeth? I don't want teeth. I got no need for teeth. I got need for glory. I got need for I got need for overcoming. I got need for glory. Okay? I don't need any teeth. And then the other guy say, hey, so you think you're such a badass? You don't need no fucking, you don't need nothing, nothing for nothing. You don't need no freaking teeth. Okay, guess what? Freeze it. Freeze the hockey puck. Before we play, it's like you're gambling and you're saying, hey, buddy, you want to press? You want to double or nothing? You want to run it up? You want to get serious? You want to run up a big number that you can't pay? Freeze that thing. Freeze it. You think it's bad? You think that's bad? You think that sucks? You think that's dangerous? You think that's, unmerciful? Freeze it. Freeze it. Freeze it and see what happens. Freeze it. Freeze it up. Freeze it. Then we play with it. Let's play when we freeze it. Let's freeze it up and then we play. Okay? Let's play it up when we freeze. And the maple and the sabers, the lack of protection, the glory, the understanding of what this is, let's rock. Let's rock it out. And whatever you do to me, I do to you worse. Whatever you do to me, I do to you worse. Okay. And we count it up. And at the end, we see who wins. And hey, son, you know what? We get a beer. We get a beer at the end. Hey, son, you know what? We go dancing. We go dancing at the end.